Hey everybody, this is Mike Venus. And let's go through a quick workflow. Now, I already prepped some stuff. So what I did, right, is take this one drum track, right, drop it. Now on this drum track, I got a kick, snare, close hat, open hat. I already designed this. These sounds come from the hype synth. I know a lot of people think the hype synth is just about pads and stuff. The hype synth is amazing. Okay, it's even got drums on it. So that's what I made it out of. I saved this. This is a track that I always kind of pull up whenever I'm doing need a basic drum pattern, like basic drums, like keeping it real simple. Just a kick, snare, open and close, right? And then what I did is I made copies so I can split the track. So I know you can't explode the tracks on here, but you will have to kind of put it in the arranger and then choose it from there to explode it into different tracks. I already did that. Basically what you do, you hold copy down, you pick the track that you want to copy, right? And then you just add them on. And then I colored them. I changed them up. So I have my kicks red, my snares orange, close hat yellow, open hat green. All right. I'm going to change the color of my, well, we'll just make a sample. So let me close this out, right? And what I would like to do is let's make some chops. So usually in hip hop, dance music, more of the classic style. We'll say classic style. And this is a sampler. So what I like to do, I like to resample. So I'm gonna use a plugin. I was using a pad from one of my expansions, but I'm gonna use a plugin, right? And so let's open that up. Let's get a plugin, right? And I'm gonna use the hype synth. Everybody know the hype synth is glorious. And I'm gonna go to one of the Intel things. So basically, Intel sample, I want a, let's go with a piano, all right? Now, typically, what I like to do, I like to go to notes mode, put it in chromatic, because this gives me the layout that's similar to the launch pad, the push, 1, 2. And really, a tip. If you're trying to learn how to play keys and you don't know how to play on a traditional keyboard, or you don't want to invest much time in learning the different fingerings and shapes, learn it on the 64 pad grid layout in chromatic mode. Amazing. It's the best, right? Now, the reason why I say that is because it's simple. I'm in major, right? So this is like, you can't really see it because of the lighting. Let me kill the light real quick. Make this quick. The fam's coming home. Okay, that shit didn't do anything better, but we're gonna roll with it. All right. Sorry if it's dark. Right. So on this, I can play more exotic chords that either I came up with or I won't say, yeah, I can say I came up with it, or I'm experimenting with. So that's a major chord. That's a major 7 sharp 4th. Right? And it's easy. Once you learn the fingering, this translates to any chord. Just need to know the root. Kind of like playing it on a guitar. So it's very familiar. And once you develop the muscle memory, okay, that's a minor chord, dominant 7 chord, major 7 chord. You can kind of move it around. just figure out the layout, whatever sounds good to you. All right, keeping this rolling. Right. So, okay, I'm in the Intel patch, meaning this is something that I can create, I can design, right? And I can either play it like this in here, or I can go to the step sequencer. But I'm gonna stay in notes because I want to create something a little bit spicy. All right. So we're gonna go to clips. I'm gonna set it to 4 bars. I want 4 chords. Nah, let's keep this simple. Let's pick 1 chord. All right. So we're gonna go to 1 chord, right? Because we're gonna use the sample-esque type vibe. So this is a plugin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna capture the MIDI first. So let me go to launch. Okay, so I got it going. All right, I'm gonna punch in 1 chord. I wanna use, let's use a minor chord, all right? But I'm gonna do a minor 7, flat 6, sharp sharp second, or sharp 9. All right, so I got that chord. We're gonna just use this, all right? So then you go to looper. We're gonna make this 1 bar, right? We're gonna go to resample, left and right, because I want it in stereo. Now that I have the MIDI right here, I made me a stab, I export it, right? Clear this out, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to sample edit. Let's just say minor. Let's call this minor. No, I don't want to delete it. We're just gonna put minor 7 with a flat flat 6 sharp 9. Right? We're gonna name it. And then what we're gonna do, we are going to put this in a track, right? So we're gonna drop that in there. Oops. Period. Let me just create a track. Empty drum track. And let's go and place this chord right in here. Boop. Awesome. Now we're gonna go to 16 levels. So now I can play this 1 chord in different keys. Awesome. So you're like, okay, Mike, we got that. So what we gonna do? First, let's make a drum pattern. So I already made some drum clips, like I said already. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna find a pattern that I like. So I like that. All right, let's get it first with the kick. We're gonna drop that into a scene. Now we're gonna add these hats. All right, So now we got our pattern with just the kicks. All right. All right, and then variation with the. Let's change the color on these so I know. We're gonna change this to purple. Right, and that to like a mint. Right, so this way we know it's different. All right, and then now we know that this is something totally different from the patterns already made. So you can rearrange the colors on the clip. So we already got our kick. Then our version with the hats. Right. So let's make a pattern, right? We're gonna try to make 2 patterns. So let's make a clip, and we're gonna make this 4 bars, right? And we're gonna go to notes. All right, figure out a little pattern we want, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna record. All right, let's make this clip 4 bars, and let's change up the pattern. And we're gonna make a copy of this. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna place it right at the there you go. We're gonna make this 3 bars. Okay, so I have my variation, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play this with the clip. One of these clips needs to move. All right. All right, I fixed it. All right, so let's say we want that one with this. All right, so we got that one right there. All right, let's add some hats to this one. Switch it up. All right, see? All right. All right. And that's it. Right. That's simple. And that's only with the Force. So like I said, you can have as much fun as you want with this. I made a quick sample beat using sounds straight from the Force, sounds that I sound design, you witness. Made a sample out of the chord that I like, and then used the 16 levels to make basically patterns that I like, and set it to A and B, used the crossfader to mix it up, and made patterns. And even changed up the colors of the actual progression, separating it from the patterns I made previously. So that, like, if I want to use a different pattern or I want to create more variations, I can do that. Then come down here to empty scene, create a new scene with those patterns that I like, then create a song, and then go to the arranger. So hopefully that was helpful. This is a different type of workflow or approach that I use whenever I'm using the Force. And really, it's not going to tax the CPU, which is a big thing that people worry about when using something that's standalone that only has 2 gigs of RAM. And that's in, I want to say, the X. Yeah, all the NPCs, the new ones, and all the new NPCs outside of the studio, because that's a controller. So all the standalone NPCs and this Force all have 2 gigs of RAM. And yeah, the best way to use it is to get a plug-in, pick your sounds, use either the looper or the sampler, create you some patterns or stabs or key groups, and then put them in a drum rack or make a key group, which is a sample-based instrument, and make your patterns that way. It will save a lot of space on your device. And then only using 11% of the CPU. Let me see with the thing playing. Yeah, I still got plenty of CPU to use to add effects if I wanted to the sends and returns or directly to the samples. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comment section, and I will come back with some more stuff later on. With that, Mike Venus out. Y'all have a blessed day.